What if your body knew something life-threatening was coming and tried to warn you? What if, right now, it's sending you quiet signals, subtle cries for help about something serious, something that could steal your future, your time, your life? This isn't science fiction. It's real. According to top medical researchers, your body can and often does begin to whisper warning signs up to 30 days before a catastrophic health event. Signals that, if heard in time, could literally save your life or someone you deeply care about. The tragic truth? Most people ignore them. They write them off as just aging, or I'm probably just tired, until it's too late. But that doesn't have to be your story. Today, you're going to discover the 5 red flag body signals that many people experience in the month leading up to a life-threatening event, and what you must do the moment they appear. Stay with me to the end, because this video might not just be helpful, it could be life-saving. Let me introduce you to Martha. She was 68 years old, full of life, fiercely independent, and absolutely adored her grandchildren. Every morning, she'd tend to her garden, the place that made her feel alive. She'd dig, plant, and water like clockwork. But one spring morning, something changed. She came inside feeling drained. Not the usual tired, but wiped out. Maybe I'm just overdoing it, she thought. I'm not as young as I used to be. But over the next few weeks, small but strange changes crept in. She had trouble focusing. Her feet looked puffy in the evenings. She skipped lunch a few times, not hungry. Still, she brushed it off. 4 weeks later, while watering her favorite roses, Martha collapsed. The paramedics arrived in minutes, but time had already run out. Doctors later said all the signs were there. Her body had been trying to warn her for weeks. Her family never saw it coming. They didn't know what to look for. But you will. So let's break down the 5 life-saving signals your body might give you before disaster strikes, and what actions to take immediately if you notice them. Sign number 1, crushing fatigue that doesn't make sense. Let's get real. We all get tired. But this isn't about being tired. This is a full-body shutdown, bone-deep exhaustion that hits you like a wall, even after small tasks. Suddenly climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or just walking to the mailbox feels like a marathon. If you've been an active person most of your life and suddenly feel like your energy was sucked out overnight, that is not normal aging. According to Harvard Medical School, unexplained fatigue is one of the most overlooked signs of an approaching cardiac event. Dr. Elizabeth Sharp, a leading cardiologist, puts it plainly. When the heart begins to struggle, your body knows first. Take Thomas, 73, a retired engineer and walking enthusiast. One day, he could barely reach the end of his driveway without gasping for breath. Just 3 weeks later, he suffered a major heart attack. His story could have ended very differently had he acted on his fatigue. Here's what to do. Track your energy daily. Write down how you feel after common tasks. Take it seriously if it lasts more than 3 days. See your doctor and request blood work, heart enzyme panels, oxygen level tests. Don't ignore what your body's screaming. Exhaustion can be your first and last warning. Sign 2. Swelling in your feet, ankles, or hands. Do your socks leave deep marks at the end of the day? Are your shoes tighter than usual? If pressing your finger into your ankle leaves a dent, your body might be struggling with fluid retention, a classic sign of heart or kidney failure. Swelling like this isn't from standing too long. It's your circulation system failing to pump effectively, causing fluid to pool in the extremities. Dr. Michael Ramirez, a nephrologist at the Mayo Clinic, warns, persistent swelling is a critical warning sign. Ignore it and you risk sudden system failure. Eleanor, 76, thought her swollen feet were from gardening all day. 3 weeks later, she was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. She's alive today because her daughter insisted on a doctor's visit. Take these steps immediately if you notice swelling. Cut your salt intake. Sodium worsens water retention. Elevate your legs above heart level for 20 minutes, 3 times a day. Measure swelling daily using a tape measure. See a cardiologist within 48 hours if the swelling doesn't decrease. Swelling may look minor, but it's your body screaming for help. Sign 3. Dramatic sleep changes. Suddenly sleeping 12 hours and still waking up groggy? Or developing restless insomnia out of nowhere? Sudden sleep pattern changes can signal that your brain isn't getting enough oxygen, often due to narrowing blood vessels or early neurological decline. Dr. Jennifer Lau, a sleep medicine specialist, says, your brain's sleep centers are among the first affected by reduced blood flow. It's one of the earliest signs we see before strokes or major neurological crises. Robert, 70, went from rising at 6 a.m. daily to needing 2 naps and barely getting out of bed. He brushed it off as post-retirement blues. An MRI revealed he was days away from a massive stroke. Do this if you experience drastic sleep changes. Start a sleep journal. Track when you sleep, how long, and how you feel. Cut all screen time 1 hour before bed. Consult a neurologist if sleep changes last longer than 7 days. When your brain is off balance, it tells you through sleep. Pay attention before it's too late. Sign 4. Loss of appetite or changes in taste. Have your favorite foods suddenly lost their appeal? Are you skipping meals, feeling full after a few bites, or losing weight without trying? This isn't just aging. This can be your body shutting down non-essential functions, like digestion, because something bigger is going wrong inside. Dr. Sarah Johnson, a geriatric oncologist, explains, we often see appetite vanish weeks before serious internal conditions reveal themselves. Doris, 82, was famous for her desserts, until one day she stopped baking and barely touched her plate. Within weeks, she was diagnosed with early-stage pancreatic disease. Early intervention saved her life. If you or a loved one stops eating normally, act fast. Track your meals. Log what and how much you eat daily. Eat small, nutrient-dense meals every 2 to 3 hours. Ask for full diagnostic tests, liver, pancreas, and cancer markers. Don't assume loss of appetite is just stress. It's often your internal system struggling to cope. 5. Sudden confusion or memory lapses. Ever forget how to use your microwave? Get lost in your own neighborhood? Struggle to find words you've used your entire life? This isn't harmless forgetfulness. It's not a senior moment. These are potential signs that your brain isn't receiving enough blood or oxygen, often warning of a stroke or major neurological episode within weeks. Dr. Robert Chen, neurosurgeon, warns, when memory loss appears rapidly, it's an emergency. The brain doesn't wait. William, 71, got confused turning on his coffee pot. 2 days later, he couldn't recall the route to his local grocery store. His wife called 911. A brain scan showed dangerously narrowed arteries. Emergency surgery prevented a stroke. Act fast if confusion appears suddenly. Do daily brain exercises, puzzles, word games, or simple math to create a baseline. Ask family to observe and record memory changes. Do not drive if you're forgetting routes or decisions. Seek emergency evaluation, especially for carotid artery scans and blood flow testing. Memory lapses can be the body's loudest alarm. Don't ignore it. Let's be clear. These signs aren't about aging. They're warnings. Your body is trying to keep you alive. It's giving you a 30-day window to act, to intervene, to fight for your future. Fatigue, swelling, sleep changes, appetite loss, sudden confusion. They are not random. They are life-saving messages.